Hi everybody, I'm Sarah, and a lot of y'all have heard me through my written word when I make posts, and they tend to be really long. So something that I've been wanting to do for a while is make some videos for the group, not necessarily grocery related, but on different subjects. So Thursdays is going to be Thinking Thursdays. And it's going to be something that's just on my mind, that's been on my mind. Um, of course, the whole point of the group is to bring each other together. It started off with food, but we've built a community where we actually feel comfortable asking for help on all subjects, which is something that I've dreamed of since I was a kid, is to be able to have community. So my thought for today is something that's been weighing on me for a while now, but a lot in the past 3 days. So we recently started more moderators, and I constantly am still looking at the group to make sure that everything posted on it curtails what I envisioned for this peaceful community where we all help each other. Lately, I know that the voting polls have a lot of everybody's interest. It's all you see in media is politics. And that's one thing in the very beginning that I never wanted politics to be involved in our group. Whether it's biased or not, I understand that many people see that as the way that we're going to change the world. But that's not what I believe. I believe that the way that we're going to change the world is by doing exactly what we're doing right now, is reaching out to one another and helping each other from ground up, grassroots, help your neighbor. So I understand that I may lose some people after I share my views, but I couldn't fathom waiting any longer to share how I feel about politics. I'm not a politics person, I'm a people person. I believe that we all have something good in us to bring to this world, or else we wouldn't be here. Whether that's a lesson for somebody else to learn, or whether we're the one actually taking action and doing good things for others. We all have a piece of the puzzle. And once again, while I'm doing a talk on politics, I'm getting a notification on my phone on politics. It's everywhere that I turn. I get text messages, I'm getting daily Facebook notifications, and I never wanted to bombard anybody with it. If it doesn't make me feel comfortable, I don't want to be sharing something in the group that doesn't represent how I feel about the world. So my view is, where food brings people together, politics divides. And I'm very strong on this point of view. I understand I'm the weird one, that many people will not agree with this, but I wanted to speak up for the people who do feel like I do. I created this group to show people how we had the power all along. I choose not to allow whoever's in government, whoever's in our political offices, whoever's running our jails, whoever's running our schools, whoever's running the banks. These aren't the things that make me happy. These aren't the things that bring me joy. What does bring me joy is connecting with everybody. We're all here for a reason. We were not created to be pitted against one another. we are more alike than anybody could ever imagine. And I feel that politics are something that man invented because they thought that this would be a better way to stay organized. But throughout history and even presently, it does the exact opposite. The only way that we can make this world a better place is by coming together. The only way that we can create a new world, a better world for our children and other people is to put our differences aside and stand up for what's right. And what's right is love. And I know I've said it before. I understand that it sounds cheesy when I say it, but it really is. I don't watch the news on a regular basis because to me, that's not what makes me happy. That's not how we're going to get better. That's not how we're going to make the world a better place. We make the world a better place by starting with the small things, by making this video and sharing with you that you're not alone. We don't have to rely on politics, rely on governments, rely on money to find our happiness. As long as I'm breathing and here to wake up another day, I know that I will always find something beautiful in this world to share with others, to create. I will always love my brothers and sisters. And I say that everybody's my brother and sister. And I truly do mean that. I am very scared to be on camera, even though I used to do it when I was younger. I'm way out of practice. But I just really feel like this message is important and it's vital for everyone to understand that we can do more when we come together than when we vote against one another. I'm winning no matter who wins the election. I'm winning because I'm here. I'm winning because I've had the privilege of being in all of your lives. I'm winning because I've gotten to witness so much kindness, generosity, light be spread in our community when things were tough. And things still are for so many people. And I think we all feel this desperation of others in these political posts. Whether you say who you're voting for, who you're voting against, it doesn't matter to me. And I know that that's rare, but I don't want to just follow along with other people because that's the status quo. That's the norm. That's the society that we've come to be made to believe is going to save us. The only ones who can save us are ourselves. The only thing that will save us is loving one another. The only way to do that is in the small things. And I've said this since the beginning. Check on your neighbors. See if they have food. You know that I work with a great partner, and I'm an advocate for Texas grandparents raising grandchildren. There's so many grandparents that are struggling right now, raising kids that belong to their kids, that aren't getting help from the government because it's not legal. They're not legal guardians yet. But who's the one putting food on their table? They still have to. They're still going to do what's right and take care of the children in their lives. There's so many people that don't qualify for this or are missing their documents to qualify for that, because everybody that's giving out the money, they require certain words to be written down on a paper. I don't believe that that's the way that it should be. I don't care if your citizenship is on another planet. If you're hungry, I believe that everybody deserves to eat. Everybody deserves shelter. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves to have that connection with other people, because we're all family. Whether you want to be or believe that I'm part of your family or not, I am. I love you. That's how I feel. That's how I feel that we're going to make a change. That's how I feel that we're going to change the world, is by standing up for what's right. That's what's right. Those are the right things to do. Those are the best ways to see a better tomorrow. We're growing, we're learning, we're healing. Some have not chosen to heal. They rather concentrate on all the things that are wrong with the world, all the things that are wrong with their life, all the things that they haven't received. But the only way to receive is to go within. It's to go within and decide whether you're going to stand up against somebody or you're going to stand up for everybody. If you're going to stand up for yourself. I felt like I had a fire lit under me today. I'm extremely passionate about this, and I'm shaking. It was so frustrating to me that I felt uncomfortable going in to my own group, because there were posts, whether they were for one side or for another side, but there were posts in there that represent, to me, standing against one of my brothers and sisters. I said, okay, well, most people care about this. Most people will just see this as another post. But inside, it was going against every grain of my body. It was making me upset. It was making me sad. It was making me triggered. And I had to look and say, why does this upset you so much? Why? When this is normal. I mean, it's on the news every day, but I just never thought I would see it in the group that I created. And I understood. I was like, well, they're not really saying what party they're voting for. I understand that everyone, the majority of everyone, is very adamant and passionate and fiery to get out there and vote, which is great. There's other groups for that. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it doesn't make me feel comfortable. It's nothing that I ever wanted to feel in my group, our group. It's nothing that I ever wanted to inspire in others. When you get food, you don't ask, what affiliation are you? What does your bank account look like? I don't. What bad things have you done in your life? And that's another thing. Somebody messaged me, and they may leave the group after this, and said, oh, there's a couple people in there that asked for help from others that molested a child. And they sent me a sex offender rap sheet and this. What some of y'all don't know is one of the homeless, I know that they call unsheltered, or one of the, I won't say which one person or family that we've helped in the group. You know, not just one, but it doesn't matter to me if you have a charge against you. Of course, I'm going to protect my children, are always watched. But I feel that everybody deserves to be loved, deserves food, deserves shelter. I don't care what bad things you did in the past. If you are ready to change, if you are ready to make a difference in your life, to better yourself, I'm not going to sit here and knock you and tell you, oh God, get out of my group because I can't believe that you did this to somebody else and you don't deserve anything. That's what we have a jail system for. The jail system's corrupt. You know, there's people in there that are doing time for things that they don't deserve to be locked away for. There's some that do deserve some kind of punishment, but I still don't believe that the way that we treat people is humane. With all of those problems, you can sit back and say, oh, there's nothing that I can do. I just do it the only way that I know how. People are never going to change if you condemn them, if you think that you're better than them, if you never take a step back and think about why something happened to them, why they did what they did, why they're doing what they're doing. But if they never feel loved, they will never be a better part of our community. That's how we change the world for better. That's how we make the world a better place. It starts one person at a time, one small thing at a time. Differences aside, you know, we probably wouldn't trade lives with other people that we want to sit back and society wants to say, you're a leper. Don't go near that person. There's something wrong with them. Oh man, they're crazy. Oh, they're evil. You know? Speaking of the word evil, also today, I got a post that was trying to come through on our other group, which is Start With Your Street. We made that a few days after I made the grocery group. That is the backup page should anything ever happen to this one with the violations. But my idea behind that was, if everybody just started with your street, took care of your immediate neighbors, then we would have the whole community covered. Just go knock on a few doors. Ask them if they need help with anything. When I did that, I actually received things from my neighbors. They gave me things. Oh, mija, I have some beef fajitas in my freezer that I'm not going to cook, and I really want to get regular food. Can you take this off my hands? We never know if we don't ask. If we don't make the time to be a part of somebody else's life. You know, when I made the post, I went to visit an apartment complex that I give food to regularly, and the lady passed away in her home with only a Sprite can in the refrigerator. You know, whether she had mental issues or not, she was a recluse. People push others out of their lives. There's nothing you can do to change people, but just try knocking on their door. Ask if they need anything. And I get it, people are afraid of getting taken advantage of. When you give from your heart, it should never feel like that. If you give from your heart, it should feel good. If it doesn't, then take a step back and stop giving, because that means you need to fill your own cup up. And we've been going through that a lot. There's been a few people in the group that it feels like they're taking and not giving anything back in return, and not saying thank you. And you know, that's been an issue. We're learning boundaries, but I get it that that's a fear, but we always have a choice. You know, we always have a choice whether we want to give or not. But talking to somebody is just giving your time and energy. If you feel like you have it in your heart to do that, that's enough sometimes for people. You don't have to have money. You don't have to be able to provide them with the things. Just gathering the information, and then reach out to, there's so many resources right now that might be able to help them. So many people that aren't on social media. You know, we have to take care of our elderly community. I'm sidetracked here a little bit. So I started talking about our other group, Start With Your Street, San Antonio. And speaking of evil, let me go back to that. So there was a post that was trying to come through, and it was from the Satanist temple. And I don't do religion in our group either. Many have tried posting, you know, churches and everything like that, which I have no problem with. But I don't let them through, because I want everybody to feel comfortable no matter what your religion is. With that being said, it was a good post. They wanted to do something good for the community. But for the energy that stands behind that, I couldn't allow it. And I'm not going to go into my views so much, but I can't, what is it called? Promote anything that doesn't promote love. Whether they were trying to do something nice for the community, the temple organization that they believe in powers them, represents what they stand for, doesn't encourage love. And I've grown up with, my father was atheist. I have plenty of friends that are atheist. I have plenty of friends that are all religions. But it made me think, okay, to me, the energy that politics represents is not something that I feel represents love. And that's just in the deepest part of my gut. Y'all probably all think I'm crazy, weird, may lose people. I completely understand that. But I'm shaking. Politics to me and Satanism are on the same level, because the energy behind them does not represent loving everyone, bringing everyone together. As much as you want to put a bow on it and wrap it, they both represent the same thing to me. And I know I may be pissing off a lot of people in saying that. I will probably see my numbers plummet. But to me, it's about people. It's about people helping people. It's not about division. It's not about I'm better than you. And I'm not saying I'm better than either of those. I'm just saying it does not stand for what's in my heart. I want everyone to feel comfortable. I want everyone to understand. I'm waiting at Camargo Park right now to pick up some free food to go take to some people. So I have plenty of time. It's just something that was on my heart. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, is make a video. And I figure what better time to start than right now, because I got all the time in the world, except for later I have something to do. So I hope I get out of here soon. But I don't even know how to edit this video. I will learn. So it was on my heart, not grocery related, but it represents everything that I hold light for. I hold light to be different, to start a movement with no definition other than love. That's what the grocery group has been about the whole time. And I've been trying to change the name because it's confusing to some that we have a lot of non-grocery related stuff on the page, but everything that gets posted, it's about helping one another. It's about laughing together. It's about growing together. It's about healing, bettering ourselves, so we can all enjoy this world together. All. And I mean that. It feels so good to finally say a lot of that out loud. I understand that I inspired a political group. Our group inspired a political group to start a group, which is fine. But all that can be outside of the group. just like all the news, everything about the virus, out. Everything inside the group, I just want it to be about loving on one another. And I've been trying to change the name of the group to Neighbors Unite. But then still, I want y'all to understand that it's still the same group. Grocery supply updates first, and resources, and laughs, and I want our neighbors to feel comfortable saying and asking, hey, where can I get my car fixed? Where can I find a trustworthy electrician? Where can I find a job? I like it for everybody to feel comfortable for businesses that need help. Anything that I feel is, going to help each other, I allow on the group. Now, mind you, we don't allow fundraisers and money donation unless it's something that we're like a project we're working on currently, because we're just so many. There's so many people needing money for so many good reasons, and tragic things that they're going through. But I promise you, if I started allowing just one, there's so many, and I don't want you to feel uncomfortable like we're always asking for money. Money is not going to answer any of our problems. Money is not going to make us happy. It may help our immediate problems, but I'm just saying, in the long run, and the only way that we can truly be happy is to go within. It's a choice. It's a choice we make every day. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyday problems or not. As most of y'all know, that my house was under foreclosure. We went through job losses last year. I'm still unemployed. Finally got the house out of foreclosure. And that's a big blessing. I thank God for that, whether y'all believe in that or not. Many others are going through way worse things. And we spend time with people on different subjects, and I pray for everybody, whether you accept my prayers or not. I pray over the page daily for miracles to happen. And I've seen miracles happen, whether you want to call it a miracle or not. And just know that I am rooting for everyone to find their happiness, to find something to be grateful for, someone to be grateful for, someone to love, and for us to create a better place to live in, to create a better tomorrow. I'm wearing my Horton Here's a Hoot. Is it Hoot or Who? Whatever. Dr. Seuss shirt. It's actually like a pajama shirt. I don't care. It looks like a regular shirt. I don't even remember what this book is about. Horton Here's a Hoot. There's something about an egg. This is an old shirt. I got way off subject there. But anyway, still waiting at Camargo Park. In case most of y'all or any of y'all don't know, the food bank gives away food from 1 to 4, Tuesday through Friday, And Saturday morning, I think, starts at 9 a.m. This is weekly. This is not the city-wide food bank. This is open to anyone as far as I know, as long as you haven't gotten banned from the food bank for anything. But a lot of people don't know that this goes on daily. I'm sure the Saturday crowd is a lot heavier because of the people that work during the day, but if you have a friend or you have neighbors that need food, you can always come over here and get food without taking money out of your pocket. It just takes a little bit of time and help somebody, help multiple people. That's what I'm doing right now. There's actually a lady that I've known since I worked at Shark Limousines. So we would do all the limos and the party buses, and she has her own nonprofit. And I won't say much more about that, but even though she's given back to the community her whole life, now she is the one in need of food. She's helped so many people, and I know it's hard to reach out to others and ask for help, but I feel honored that even though it's hard to do, that she reached out to me. And she's immobile, and I'm able to do this. I feel honored to be able to make a difference in somebody's life, even if it's just the time and energy, a little bit of gas, that I have the time to do this. I wouldn't be able to do any of this if I wasn't unemployed. Even though I haven't taken many days off since this whole thing started, I kind of just went into action, and I did and I am doing what I feel is the right thing to do. And I see that there's a lot of others that have been inspired to do the same thing. Folklores Coffee, in a heartbeat. It didn't matter about their own business. They just went into action. There's so many people in our community that are just beautiful and loving and caring. You know, and if I had any ask, it would be for just anybody that is touched by witnessing other people help, just to make small changes. It's the small things. Whether that's giving thanks, giving prayers, sending good vibes, calling somebody, reaching out to somebody. And I already know that a lot of you have been inspired to make changes by witnessing what others do in this group. The love, you can feel the love. I don't have to ask, really. It's a feeling that you get. There's a lot of good things in the works, a lot of wonderful things that our community is working on, but it takes a group of us. Not just one person can make a change. You can, but it goes a lot further when you co-create with others. that's where you empower. That's where you can really make a difference. It's by sharing your vision with other people. They're all pieces of the puzzle. We're all meant to work together. I'm not a good cook. I mean, I know how to cook some things. I will go eat your food though. You know? So, I mean, I partnered with one of our members recently who is a great cook. Oh my God, is she a great cook? And she's the one who cooked all the spaghetti meals these past couple of times. And I just work on getting places to do these things at, and I don't know how I've been so blessed to have the opportunities to help so many of you with food, but you know, I have some other things that I really want to happen soon, and maybe that'll be for next Thinking Thursday. Yeah, I think maybe we'll talk about that then, because it's that's another thing that's been weighing on my heart, and it's about seeing all of the people in need. And I've sat and I've cried because you just feel helpless sometimes, and it feels hopeless sometimes because you see so many people in need, and it just feels like, oh my gosh, this is like so much for just me to do it. But I have to remember that it's not just me. It is something that will happen. I just have to find the right people to co-create with, to bring it to fruition, to help others, or maybe I'll be a part of somebody else's will. But either way, it's something that I know needs to happen for our community and other communities. And I hope that this grows and becomes more than just our community. But for right now, I think we got enough work with just us. We can try to help other communities once we got our own stuff figured out. But you know, we are affecting other communities by just doing this, being an example, showing what a true community does and comes together for one another. Like, I've met people in Corpus. I've had a lot of requests. Why don't we have a group like this in Corpus? And believe me, I have family in California too, and I was thinking of calling them and being like, maybe I should start a group in Los Angeles, just like this. But it wasn't anything that was feasible at the time, because just this group has been a handful for me. And now with moderators even, I mean, they see that it can be a handful, but it's all worth it. We'll get there. We can branch off to other communities in the future. I'm happy with today. I'm happy with where we are at today, how we have grown, and I'm just grateful for today. I don't know how many times I can say today. Today, today, today. Alright guys, well, peace out. I'll talk to y'all later.